All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of designing my own dinosaur theme park in Lego. So today is episode 19, and I've already gotten some progress done. So this is actually pretty cool. I started to work on the plates over here for for the baryonyx, the kind of predator area, and I started to put some brown on top of it. So I'm already starting to do some kind of landscaping work because it's just so much fun to do, and I need to do it anyways, so I wanted to do it. I also want to get this whole thing done so that I can really figure out exactly where each pen is going to go for the dinosaurs, and then start building that basically, which is kind of exciting. We haven't really gotten too much into like actually building where the dinosaurs are going to go, except for that island right there, which doesn't really count because it's pretty small, but like this is going to be exciting because this is going to be where the big dinosaurs are going to go, the T-Rex, Carnotaurus, the Baryonyx, and I want to plan that out really carefully just to make sure that I have enough room physically for each dinosaur because they're big. So I want to make sure I have each area kind of outlined. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and push forward and hopefully get all of this done. So when I come back, hopefully all that is done. Alright, so as you can see, I've gotten this entire thing done, which looks really cool. And on top of it, I've started to outline where the different pens for the dinosaurs are going to go. So I put these down and I kind of shuffled them around a little bit because I was like, there's not enough space. And then after doing this, I realized this wasn't the plan. So in my original plan, I wanted this to be kind of more dynamic. So it's not just box, box, box. And now that I'm realizing, like now that I'm seeing it in person, I'm wondering maybe if the box is a better idea, just because it's a little bit easier to do and it just makes more sense. Because in my original plan, it made sense to do it right, because it would be easy to go like a little bit around here, then there, and then just kind of move around. But in this thing, it's hard to not do it in a box because then this has to be the desert and then the mountain is probably going to be right here. I put this here. This is what's kind of left of the rock work. It's still together. There's a little bit over there, but yeah, this is just to kind of tell me where the mountain's going to go, because it's going to go here and it's going to go up, and then I want it to end at around here because I don't want it to go above this because then I can't access the lights and I don't want it to be like too close to it because then it's hard to access this, and so I just want it to be a little bit below it. So just around here up to about here, because I don't want it to be too tall either, but tall enough so that it looks like a mountain. So that is what's going on there. And then now that I've realized that I want to have the desert here, this is going to have to change because you can't have green in the desert. So that's an easy fix though, because this is just, a couple bricks on top, and that's easy to take off, at least just in this section. This I'll leave. Because I might extend this out a little bit just to give a bit more room for the dinosaurs. I'll actually quickly pause and put the dinosaurs on here just so you guys can see what it's going to look like. Okay, this is what they look like in their little pens. So as you can see, it's not a ton of room, but it's still a decent amount because I'm only really going to have one in each of these things. I was thinking maybe having two Baryonyxes because he's smaller, but he still takes up quite a bit of room. And if you guys remember from the plan, there has to be a tower in each one of these. So ideally it would be in the middle, but that might be hard to do. So I'm actually probably going to outline where I would want the towers. But I'm thinking it would just make it a little bit easier if I extend this a little bit out this way, and then the desert can kind of start here, I guess, and then this can kind of extend that way. Although I don't have enough brown plates to do that. This is all that's left of my brown plates. It's not a ton, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to need a lot more because I'm going to need to cover all of that. And then, of course, stuff over there, although it's not going to all be brown over there. And then, of course, I'm going to need a crap ton of tan plates over here. So I already needed a ton for, this, for the coral that's not here right now. And then I needed it for the beach that's going to be on top of this. And then I'm going to need just a crap ton more over here. And I've actually been thinking about using some dark orange in here as well, because I think it would look kind of cool. And then I've been thinking about the plan more and more as I've been going through this, and the Stygimoloch area is going to be over here, and there's going to be other dinosaurs and stuff, and I'm thinking of maybe like bleeding the desert into that area because it's supposed to be like Hell Creek, Montana, which is a very like kind of Mesa, Arizona looking kind of place. So I might end up doing that, but I'm not 100% sure exactly how I want that to look because it might just end up being a forest for other dinosaurs to be in as well as the Stygimoloch, or the Stygimoloch will be over here and then I can have the kind of Mesa-y looking stuff in here as well and it will work. So that might work. I just been kind of thinking about this a little bit more because that's what you do when you build a big thing like this. You just keep thinking about stuff and how it's going to turn out. And so right now I'm just trying to think of how exactly I want this area to be. And I'm thinking of maybe extending this, but I just don't know. I don't know how much I'd extend it. Because also over here, I want to have like a little water pool for him to drink water in because that's kind of a big thing for the Carnivores is that they lived kind of in the plains and then around a giant water source. I mean, all dinosaurs did that, but like that's kind of the main thing for him is that he has to, I don't know, he needs like a big body of water. So I wanted to do that there, have a small little pond for him to have all to himself. And then these guys, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I don't know, I might make it a little bit bigger just because I'm afraid of his tail poking out and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. This is what it's looking like so far. Let me know what you guys think. And now I will probably continue working on this. I've actually made some orders for this stuff over here. I've ordered some tan bricks, some dark bluish gray bricks. So if those come in, I will probably work on that next. I also ordered some dark tan bricks, so I might be working on that as well. Not 100% sure, but we'll be working on something very soon. Okay, so before I do any building, I wanted to show off some parts that I've actually just gotten. I didn't feel like doing a whole haul video for this, so I'm just going to do it here. I got some more brown bricks, which is awesome. Got some more dark bluish gray bricks, which I don't need at the moment, but I will need for future things, so it's always good to have more. I also got a couple of slopes, as you can kind of see, there's one right there. And then I got some more dark orange bricks, which is awesome. Bunch of slopes, actually, and I think some 1x2 bricks as well. Which is really great, especially for the desert thing, so that's always awesome. It's always just good to get more dark orange, just in general. And the last bag that I got is some coral pieces and some little studs here, and they may look like just normal white studs, but they're actually translucent studs, so they're going to glow in the dark, which is for the coral stuff, which is going to be right here. So that's going to be awesome. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take those brown bricks. I'm actually going to use all of them over there in the over there on the border section. All right, so I've gotten the brown wall finished and it looks honestly really good. So I used all of my new brown pieces that I got and I got the thing finished. Here's a look at this side. As you can tell, most of this is actually brown because I used the you know, the 2x bricks instead. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. It looks really good. Now I just have to finish that, which will take a lot. I probably am going to go to the Lego store on Friday because I'm actually going to be going in person to school on Friday. So on the way back, I might as well just go to the Lego store and see if they have those brown bricks on Pick a Brick because I am close to being out of my brown bricks entirely. So I might as well just go and get some more. And I hopefully will get enough to finish that. That would be amazing if I could do that. So this is Alex from the future, and I need to explain a couple of things. So I was going to go to the Lego store and get some more parts to work on that, but I was there, but the line was just so long, and then I had to catch my bus. I was like, I just didn't go. So that didn't happen, and I was also going to work on this section over here next, but my Bricklink orders just didn't come in yet, so that was going to happen, and then I was going to film that and then jump to the next section that you're about to see, but that didn't happen. So hopefully that all makes sense, and now we're going to go on to the next part of the video. Alright, so I decided to work on the island a little bit more because I was looking at it and I decided it's kind of bare, it needs some trees. So that's exactly what I did. I added some trees. I even added the pterodon flying with this tree. I think it looks really cool. I think I've mentioned this before, but the pterodons would be flying around these islands in the actual dinosaur time, so I've decided to include them here. And I made a couple different little trees using my classic technique that I use on Takodana with the tube, the hose or whatever you want to call it. And I made this tree, which looks kind of cool. It has a parrot in here. Added some reddish brown arms here, or hands, to get a little like branch effect, which was kind of cool. These ones are leaning. This one's a different color. So was that one. It's bright green. I added some like a snake and some like a lizard and stuff like that into here, just because that kind of stuff would be on the island in this time, and the compies would actually probably eat a lot of them. So I decided to include that. But then as I was putting these down, I was thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't really make any sense. This is a tropical island and I don't have any palm trees, so that's kind of weird. So then I decided to include a tree that was actually from the Baryonyx set, the Treasure Hunt Face-Off set that I recently built, and I really liked the design, so I decided to just kind of incorporate it. So this is the design. It has these kind of palm fronds on top, and it has this tube thing, and then I decided to connect a Technic brick to it, and then a little snot brick as well, a little snot bracket, just to kind of make it all upright. And then this goes in here, and I have to put this down and then put this on. And then the tree just kind of fits right there, and it looks pretty cool. It's a palm tree, it makes sense. And then I started to realize, well, these trees don't really make any sense, and I should just get rid of them and add actual palm trees. Although the problem is, if I do that completely, then that tree, the parrot is not going to sit on the trees, and I'll show you why in a second. Although he might be able to, kind of, but I'll show you what I mean in a second. These are my palm trees over here. I decided to put them over here. I use this kind of interesting technique where I have the palm fronds kind of hanging off the hose piece, and it looks really cool. And I decided to use the dark tan bush over here. I only have 2 of these, which are from the old 2011 Attack on the Burrows set from Harry Potter, and I decided to use them, but I only have 2, and those things are expensive, so I probably won't get any more, although I might, but I don't know. Then we have one over there. I have this one. I'd like to get one more of these pieces, so I could have 5 of these things coming off. It would just look a little bit more natural than that. And I'm going to replace the trees and put them in here. I might keep that tree for now, and maybe put it more in the middle, although I don't really know, because there still would be normal trees as well. It wouldn't just be palm trees, but it just makes a little bit more sense to have palm trees on here, because that would be the sort of majority tree that would be here. So I'm going to put those trees on there. And this is what it looks like now. So I decided to keep the parrot tree. I put it in the middle. I also put the bright green one in there as well. I might put another tree in here, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. Let me know what you guys think. Does this look kind of weird? Does this look odd? I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool, honestly. This is a better view of it. I think it looks really cool. I don't know about this tree, and you guys will probably tell me that this looks kind of odd to have it like that. So I might just get rid of it and use the hose so it's all kind of consistent. But I don't know. A thicker tree is not not like out of the ordinary, so that's okay. I have the pterodon over here. Ignore the hole. I still haven't fixed that yet, and I need to. Yeah, the pterodon looks really cool like that. It just didn't really fit on any of these trees, so I just decided to put on that one, which works fine. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. I think this looks really cool. It looks better because it just looked kind of weird without any trees. It was like, that doesn't really look natural, so this is what we're going with. Although I am all out of the palm frond pieces, these ones and these ones, so I'm probably gonna have to order more of those, and so I can use them for this island over here and that one right there. Although this will probably, I'll only have like maybe 2 or 3 trees, just because it's very small, so I don't need a ton of trees there. But that one I probably will need a couple palm trees. But yeah, that'll be okay. So this is what it's looking like. Let me know what you guys think about it. And that's probably going to be the end of the episode for this week, unless I decide to work more on this over here. Okay, so before I end this video, I wanted to show you guys something that I have actually been working on over here. Move this guy out of the way. I've started to build the towers for this kind of area over here, and I actually made a name for this. It was between 2 different names, but I kind of decided on what it's actually going to be. So this is going to be Carnivore Castle. My first name was Predator Palace, but I was talking to my friend, and she was like, no, it doesn't really work as well as Carnivore Castle does. And I was like, yeah, I agree. So what's going to happen here is we're going to have these towers for the walkway here, 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 and there's going to be two at the front right there. And that's why this is going to be like a castle thing. It's going to kind of like, it's going to look like a castle gate or whatever at the front. And it's basically just to make this kind of all themed and stuff like that, because theme parks do that all the time. So that's what I decided to do. I'm using this technique that I found online. It's from an online tutorial. I will probably link it in the description below. I don't really remember who did it, but it uses a lot of these curved slopes, like a ton. So I actually put in some orders for that recently. So those will hopefully come in for next week's video, which is where I will be working on this section, hopefully building those towers and working on this whole thing and getting this done, hopefully, question mark, I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, that's going to be it for real this time for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.